Hello everyone, my name is Angelica and welcome to my channel. I hope you are doing well and you are ready for new home decor ideas. For today's video I prepared 3 projects in contemporary style, something trendy and stylish. The cool pieces which you can find in many shops, but why would you buy it if you can make it by yourself? I promise they are super easy to make and budget friendly. So without any further ado, let's get right into the first project. To create this trendy donut vase, I've decided to use a polystyrene ring for the base, usually used for making wreaths. I start with cutting small part of it off to be able to stand it straight. As it will get heavier, you have to make sure it's very straight and stable. Next step is to cover the entire piece in air dry clay. I'm using this grey modeling version as I don't plan to paint it once it's dry, and the grey color will look nice and modern, almost like a stone effect. I tear small pieces of clay at the time, roll them out flat, quite thin, and then wrap around the ring. It's quite easy to connect the ends together. Warmth of your hands will soften the clay and make it easy to spread. Before I leave it to dry, what I always try to do is to smooth the surface out with damp sponge. I don't want to make it perfect and super smooth because I want it to look like a stone. Because it's a vase, it needs some kind of opening. I take another piece of clay and create a part typical for donut vase. To attach it and create one smooth piece, I use one of the clay tool and smooth it all out. Of course, it creates really small opening, but you should still be able to place some short flowers or exhibit it just by itself. Again, you can paint it whichever color you want and even smooth the surface out with sanding paper. My next project will be a wall decor. To create it, I need a canvas. If you know me for longer, you know I like to reuse old canvas. So I found this one in the charity shop for 50p. This project can be done on any size canvas. I start with covering what's on this canvas at the moment. I will need few layers of white paint. To create the letters, I will be using 3mm thick plywood. I measure the size of the canvas, think of the design and adjust the letter size to it. To cut them out, I'm using my X2 laser cutter. I put the right settings and let the machine do the job. If you don't have a laser cutter, as it's of course a big investment, you can buy already letters. You can find them online or in a craft store. They don't have to be wooden. Just make sure they are few millimeters thick. To glue them in straight line, I've decided to use the same piece of plywood as a guide. I put hot glue at the back of the letter and then press it through the hole. You can also just draw lines and use them as your guide. and one by one I attach them all to the canvas. I make sure they all stick and are secured in place. Using same white paint, I cover the letters, not only front of them, but all the sides as well. To create the texture around the letters, I will be using all-purpose filler. It doesn't need to be a thick layer. Random moves in each direction creates the best result. I also try to go between the letters. I don't apply it on actual letters, just around them onto the canvas. Usually I'm not the biggest fan of any kind of posters with quotes or sayings, but I like this one because it looks sophisticated and minimal. These bubble trinket dishes are very popular right now. I've decided to buy the silicone mold and do a few of them myself. I'll leave the link to it down below. As a product to create them, I will be using plaster of Paris. It might be not the strongest material for it, but for personal use this will be fine. I mix plaster with warm water. 2 parts of plaster to 1 part of water. I stir it well. I like the plastic color, but I've decided to give it a little twist and make it green. I'm adding green acrylic paint. Once well combined, I move the mixture into my silicone mold. I fill it all the way up. By dropping and tapping it from the sides, I make sure that all the air bubbles will disappear. Plaster of Paris cures quite quick. This is hard but still slightly wet. It will get dry quicker outside the mold. Because with the first one I've made a mistake and didn't level the top, I've decided to make another dish and this time show you how to do it. Once the mold is full, I take flat wooden stick and move it gently from one side to another and then back. This way I remove the excess plaster and make the dish bottom nice and even. I hope you enjoyed today's projects. Let me know in the comment section which one was your favorite and what do you think about this style. Don't forget about the like button and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And if you are new here, check out my playlist, which is full of DIY home decor projects. I will leave the link to it down below. And for now, thank you so much for watching, your support, and I will see you in my next video.